everybody, this is Jennifer Mills, and welcome to Outlaw Nation TV.
Like a locomotive off the tracks, I got commotion. This is amazing. It's like a dream here. Pinch me, will I wake up? Did I die here? Go to heaven.
There's only 800 rock and roll tour buses in North America.
Me and my brother started with one bus, and now we have 50. You don't build $1 million business by sitting on your ass. I mean, I work 24/7. I crack the whip. I do all the things I have to do. I wash buses. I rinse buses. I dump shit tanks. I work on engines. I put air in tires. I do it all. I don't expect my employees to do nothing that I wouldn't do. Matter of fact, I do a lot more than I would even expect them to do. Every single day we're under the gun. 18 hours a day, calls 24/7. That's my title, and I hate it as an owner. Every time I walk in the room, everybody tenses up because they know I'm going to say something about what they're doing. Me and my brother, Kenny Hamilton, we work good together. We've been partners ever since I started the business. Basically, it's tough working with family. I love him to death. We've had our ups and downs and so on and so forth, but it comes back every time to the way we were raised and how we were raised to become a team and work together as brothers. It's the most demanding thing I've ever done, and I think that's why I love it so much, because 22 years, I still love the bus business. And I've done a lot of things in my life, but the bus business is something I think I'll probably be buried in one.
Previously on Outlaw Nation TV.
My name's Kenny Hamilton. I've been with Star Coaches about 24 years now. Danny's my brother. We started off with one bus, and now we got so many, I don't know how many we got. But today we've got a lot on the line. I've got 13 buses leaving out by Friday. Ready? Ready. All right. Down. Easy. All right. Oh. Doogie, what in the hell you reckon caused that?
Stuck caliper.
The caliper, when it's stuck, it just eat the brake down to throw the pad out?
Exactly, that's what happened to this one. Even you can see the ABS sensor.
Oh, it ate it up too?
It ate it up too.
Damn. This right here, brakes turn into a nightmare.
Have we got them fixed?
Yeah.
I've got all the rear. I hadn't checked front.
Brand new rotor.
Brand new rotor,
Okay.
brakes, everything.
Bearing, seal.
Calipers, everything.
Well, I still want to get you the exact pull-out times and the hours they're going to leave.
That was
and the
happening.
days they're going to leave, and then we work up until the final minutes and get them, get as much done as we can.
Okay, bro.
Because I just ordered the boost sensors to be here maybe tomorrow by 9.
Okay, no smoke breaks, no shit breaks, and nothing.
No
Hold it
smoking,
until
dude.
we get off at 6 tonight, okay?
I don't know who this bus is going out with. It don't really matter to me. They're all the same. I see the same end of the bus every day, so it don't matter to me whether it's Elvis or the Beatles. It don't really matter because I'm never going to meet them. All I'm going to do is clean up their crap and work on their buses.
Cowboys didn't dance, didn't wear designer shirts. Their hearts.
I met Don about 15 years ago. He came to work for me as a driver. Was a real good driver, and he's like a brother to me now after 15 years. He's just a solid individual, trustworthy, don't have to worry about nothing with him. Just that kind of person, the kind of people you want around you, people that you can trust.
In the rock and roll bus business, your word is everything. If you don't deliver on what you say, you lose your client. It's that simple. There's no loyalty when it comes to a client sticking with you if you don't do what you say you're going to do. They'll just go to somebody else that'll tell them something they want to hear or give them equipment for less money. So in order to keep the clients that we've had for 22 years, we got to stand behind our word. What we say, we have to deliver on. And this industry is extremely finite. There's only 800 entertainer coaches in North America, and we've got about 50 of them. And so, the big players in this industry, they all do exactly what we do. It's just who does it better and whose word sticks better. And that's the bottom line.
The only thing that Don, or a couple things he, can get under my skin is he puts bookings together way too close. So you walk in and all of a sudden he'll book the coach in the middle of the night, and you'll walk in and he'll go, the coach is going to be ready to go in 6 hours. And he doesn't realize there might be 15 things that have to be fixed on that coach, but his job is to book coaches, and that's what he does.
I think all they see is, let's get these buses out, get them out. Don don't have to worry about working on buses. All he does is book buses. And he's damn good at what he does. But he's another one like Danny, just thinks that, hey, I got it booked, it's got to go. And sometimes it just can't happen. If the bus is broke down, the bus is broke down. The bus only been here for 30 minutes. I can't fix everything and send it back out. It just don't happen that way. But they'll just have to deal with reality because that's just the way it is,
After talking to Don for the first time, you feel like you know him, you feel like you can trust him. That's a big part of sales. You've got to know what you're doing to the point that people can trust your voice and you over the phone because they don't know you from Adam. That's why we have a lot of return business. And once people do business with us, they know for one thing they can call me 24/7 and get me on the phone at 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. They can get Don, but they don't normally need to call Don at that time of night. but they can, they know that our organization is going to be there for them, 120% every time the phone rings. If we don't pick it up, we'll be back we'll call you back in a few minutes. It's only because we're on the phone with somebody else.
Outlaw Nation TV will return right after this.
Okay, Danny Hamilton and Kenny Hamilton, two brothers. Kenny's the younger of the two, so Danny has the bigger brother thing going on with Kenny. 90% of the time they're getting along just fine because Danny's in the office and Kenny's in the shop. When they get together, it's either really good or it's bad because of stress. The big problem around here that causes the emotional highs and lows is stress. It's stress from lack of time to get things taken care of, or a problem that we're having to deal with, and none of us like problems. It's just you got to deal with them. So you've got this thing going on between Danny and Kenny in which you've got the guy with the checkbook and the guy that's spending the money through repairs and maintenance and things like that. And sometimes that makes things happen. It might be a little out of the ordinary. But anytime you've got a fraternal thing going on, you're going to have drama that's built into it that's just of a family nature. I can say with all confidence and certainty that in the entertainer coach industry, Danny Hamilton is the hardest working individual I know, period. I mean, I work hard. I don't work as hard as Danny Hamilton. End of story. You've got a coach owner that's worth millions of dollars that could retire tomorrow and never do this again, but doesn't want to because he loves what he's doing so much that he's always involved in things, is great. In this industry, one of the things that is a certain is that everything's going to change all the time. And from drivers to Danny, for that matter, thinking things are going one way, the next thing you know, everybody's left me alone in my office for an hour and the entire world around here has changed, and then they have to deal with it. I can go home, I can play with horses, I can be with my family, but all of these guys have to deal with all the changes that I made during the day. Now, here's a perfect example. Buses come in here, and my shop guys, my paint guys, they think that they've got 3 or 4 days, might even be a week before they have to go out on another tour. But what they don't understand is that while they're out here working on things, my phone's ringing off the hook. And I'll get a phone call that will be a drastic curveball that doesn't just affect one bus, one driver, one client. Sometimes it can affect 4 or 5 because of the moves I got to make in order to accommodate this curveball. Well, a situation happened like that in which I've got a call that's come in. I've got to deal with this last minute curveball, but it's affecting 2 or 3 other situations. That's when the guys' world out in the shop, Kenny and Muga and Ed, they're pissed at me, quite frankly. They're very upset, okay? Because everything that they're working on, now they got to stop working on it, change direction, and do exactly what they weren't doing in order to make this thing happen. Nobody likes me around here except on Fridays when they get paid.
Outlaw Nation TV is a Mark Connors television production.